You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast with your host, Safan. Transmission will commence momentarily.
Thank you for joining me on the Highly Evolved Podcast. My name is Safan. You can find me on social media, Twitter, or Gab.ai. You can also like and subscribe. Let's start the show. In this episode, I want to talk about what's going on today. What's today? Today is WrestleMania weekend, all right? Today's Sunday. WrestleMania is a big thing that's supposed to premiere right now. WrestleMania, if you aren't aware, is like the Super Bowl of wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling fans out there that watch wrestling, and they still haven't come to the idea that wrestling is fake. I mean, they do know that wrestling is fake. They want to use the excuse that we watch wrestling because of the athleticism. Yeah, that's fine. You can watch it. But understand that especially WWE, there's some occultic hidden meaning into it too, right? There's a lot of blood sacrifice, a lot of death, within this industry, and people aren't aware. There's this thing called kayfabe, right? Kayfabe is basically this idea of lies, right? Breaking the wall, breaking the fourth wall. That's what kayfabe is, right? I mean, when you break the fourth wall, you're breaking kayfabe. Kayfabe is like a lie. It's like wrestler try to make believe that this physicality is actually a real thing. Like when they punches, they make it believe that it's a real punch. When they kick, they make it real like a real kick. But all these wrestlers went to training, right? They train how to fall on their back, because there's a certain way when you fall on your back, you won't feel any pain because your mass spread out, and the pain it's spread out, right? So you won't feel any much pain. That's one of the secrets of the wrestling industry, right? Is the way you maneuver yourself, and the way how you become physical will eliminate the type of pain, right? Like some of the punches, some of the kick they throw is obviously this fake kick, like when you look at it, and if it's a real fall, like a real bite drop, there's gonna be some serious bone injury. So these people are professionally trained, right? And not too many people know that these wrestlers are acting too. They're acting. It's a stage. The ring is not it's a ring, right? But it have another meaning too. It's a stage. Why you think Vince McMahon have this platform? It's a stage. They come to the ring and wrestle. It's theater. That's basically it. It's a physicality version of a theater. Okay, it's a soap opera theater. If you're not so inclined in wrestling, right? I watch wrestling ever since I was little, right? So when I found out it was fake, it broke my heart. But I continued watching it, not realizing it was fake. But as times go by, as I grew out of wrestling, I stopped watching it because the storyline sucks, right? But now when I come back to it, and when I'm more aware of what's going on right now, you can see a lot of symbolism in this industry right now, right? A lot of symbolism, right? What is within the WWE. Right now they have this wrestler called Aleister Black, right? He's some kind of version of Aleister Crowley. You don't know Aleister Crowley. He's like the founder of the Illuminati, this esoteric faith or whatever it is. He's prominent. He's a guy that's known for the phrase "do what thou will," meaning do whatever you want, which mean that is defying God. God tells you cannot do anything you want. If you can do anything you want, you defy his rule, right? You cannot do anything you want. So Aleister Crowley is known for defying God. He's a devil worshiper, Luciferian. Let's say that, right? And they had this wrestler named Aleister Black. He got all these tattoos and all these let's say occultic meanings to it. It's obviously, if you are aware of this, if you see the symbolism, you can see all the symbolism. So the WWE is going further and further, obviously, with this dark side, this Luciferian belief. Right? Not only that, but the New Day. When people see the New Day, if you don't know, the New Day consists of the wrestler Kofi Kingston, Big E Langston, and Xavier Woods. Right? These guys are professional wrestlers. They're black wrestlers, right? But the thing is, what I'm perceiving is that they're pushing this narrative of unicorn, colorfulness, and all that stuff. They would say it's a positivity, but if you know how to read the subline, the subconsciousness is to promote unicorn and rainbow agenda, which is homosexuality, right? And plus, the famous logo for the New Day is the Eye of Ra. Is the bird with the sun over his head. The Eye of Ra. That's their main, that's their logo, right? So it's something had to, if you know how to read this logo, you know what it means, right? So that and this year is WrestleMania 35 or whatever it is. They're pushing Kofi Kingston because they're using the same kind. You know what's going on with the race issue right now. So they're using this to propel the storyline within WrestleMania. So they're using Ray's black guy's the underdog. You never get the opportunity, and that's what that's the type of story they're running with right now, WrestleMania. But I stopped watching wrestling. Well, I stopped watching when it was 2000 when I was out of high school. I just stopped watching because the storyline. Then I recently got back on because it's been picking up right now. But right now it's been going terrible. All right, so I stopped watching it entirely, and I'm just following it because it's a big story right now. But I watch it time to time. But they just had this induction of the Hall of Fame, right? They induct China, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, right? And some other, and D-Generation X, right? China, there's a lot of speculation that she was a blood sacrifice for somebody, probably for Triple H. That's why she died a few years ago, right? A couple years ago. She was begging, and they finally put her in the Hall of Fame, right? Which she should have been in there a long time ago, becoming the first woman to win the IC title in WrestleMania. She should be, excuse me, I'm mumbling. She should be an instant Hall of Famer, but they've been holding back because of an internal dispute between her and the owner's daughter, Stephanie McMahon, right? Ever since Stephanie McMahon take ownership of creative, the storyline died out. It sucks. All right, that's why I stopped watching it. They're pushing this female wrestler named Becky Lynch into a male position, right? Meaning that women can do anything as much as a male. And her tagline is, "I am the man." Right? How they're really pushing this narrative that women are equal, right? So next thing you know, they're gonna have to fight men. I don't know, man. And this year, what makes it so outstanding? Not in a good way, but outstanding. They finally have a women main event. This is gonna be the lowest rating. This is gonna be the lowest rated WrestleMania ever, right? This is fit their feminist agenda, basically, because of Stephanie McMahon. She totally ruined the company. In my point of view, I think she's the reason why the rating has been slumping, because she's in charge of creative. All right? But they're going to put a women main event. I'm not going to watch that. I'm just going to watch the men title, and that's it. I'm stop watching it. Because winning the women match is not that good. All right? From a wrestling enthusiast, when you watch every women's match, it's not that great at all. I mean, it's terrible. They keep botching the move, messing up, right? And they don't take it seriously enough. I mean, it's wrestling. You shouldn't take it seriously. But I'm just saying. And then going back to the people that died, China, I mentioned about it. It's probably a blood sacrifice. Jim the Anvil Neidhart died. He's probably a blood sacrifice for his daughter or something. I don't know. Allegedly. I'm not saying it's real, but that's the reason why he probably died. They say he died from a heart attack, cardiac failure, whatever it is. But they got inducted. Degeneration got inducted. And what else? Who else? Oh, yeah, and reflecting back to the Hart family. Owen Hart died within the WWF. He's probably a sacrifice as well. All right? Back in 1999, if you're aware, if you're so inclined in wrestling, Owen Hart, which is the little brother of Bret the Hitman Hart, and recently, it's just been in the news that Bret the Hitman Hart was attacked by a crazy fan while they're inducting the Hall of Fame. All right? That just happened today. I think it was today. But it was this weekend. All right? There's a lot of crazy going on. The show hasn't started yet. It's going to be crazy. I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to hear snippet, highlights, but I'm not going to watch. It's not worth watching. It's going to be 8 hours. Who the hell got time to watch it? Back in my days, WrestleMania was only 2 hours and a half at most. 2 hours and a half because it was pay-per-view. Right? I mean, right now it's pay-per-view, but they have their own network right now, so they could go as long as they want. But back in the days, if you go over the 2 hour limit within the pay-per-view company, you get charged every more. They cut it off. That's why it's only 2 hours. I'm not used to 8 hours of wrestling, man. That's too much. People are going to tune off, right? People are going to tune off. I think it's going to be a low-rated show. Regardless, 8 hours or not, regardless of these things, in my opinion, I think it's going to be weak. It's going to be terrible. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a terrible WrestleMania. And the main event, people are supposed to sell in the main event. I don't think they're main event caliber. Seth Rollins is not a main event caliber. The only reason why he's up there because of Brock Lesnar. He's a main event caliber. All right, Seth Rollins don't sell tickets. I'm sorry. Nobody. he has his fan base, but he's not a main event caliber. All right. I think Dean Ambrose would sell more tickets than Seth Rollins, to be honest. And Ronda Rousey, I don't think she's a main event caliber as well. All right, she's not a main event. I don't think people will buy $200 WrestleMania tickets just to see Ronda Rousey. That's terrible. All right, this girl is out of her mind. She got an ego problem. She do not know how to conduct herself properly. She is a megalomaniac. She's retarded. All right, but yeah, that's what's going on right now. Right now is WrestleMania weekend. I'm sure a lot of crazy things gonna happen. A lot of symbolism. Look out, guys. Look out for rituals, symbols. Look out for rituals. Hit truth in plain sight. Look at the stage. How is the stage designed? All right, the stage, the platform. Look at it. What kind of thing would they have? They have triangles. I bet you they're gonna have some kind of. I bet you they're gonna have some kind of triangles, some Illuminati pyramids, some eyeballs, some Eye of Ra. All right, some Masonic number 33, some stars. I bet you they're gonna have that in there. Watch. If you're not inclined with it, the thing I'm telling you. You should look in the Babylonian Mystery School, the Scottish Free Rite. Then everything will expose to you. But keep an eye on that. If you do decide to watch WrestleMania, there's gonna be some crazy ritual, satanic, Luciferian things going on. Mr. McMahon, he's an evil man sometime. I don't know, but he is an evil man. But this guy, I think he's affiliated with either some kind of secret society, without a question of a doubt. Some kind of secret society he's affiliated with. All right. But on that note, guys, let me know what you think. Are you gonna watch WrestleMania 35? Are you gonna record it? What are you gonna do with it? You think it's a bad show? You think the rating gonna suck? You think 8 hours too much? Let me know if you agree. Put your comment below, and I'll talk to you guys next time. You can support me. I'm doing this because of the passion. I love doing this. It's just support me. You could support me. I'm telling you to by subscribing and follow me on social media, Twitter, and gab.ai. And on that note, guys, let me know what you think. This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. So fun. I'm tuning out. See you guys later. Peace.